Hello and welcome to another episode of Don't Tell My Wife podcast.
Come on.
Here with one of your hosts, TJ.
And it's Ken.
And yeah, man, got a special guest.
Special guest. If you listened last week, you would know who it is.
You know, I can't lie, it's true still. One of the men.
Hey, come on, man.
Hey, man.
Bro.
Big Shogs in the building.
Big Shogs.
Mr. Lower himself.
David
the richest of our group, bro.
Chill, man. Damn.
The richest of our group.
Get out his ass, nigga. Damn.
If there's anyone you want to rob him.
Hey, don't kill me.
Wait,
I said the group leader. I said the group leader. Hey, don't kill me.
Hey, man. All I know is when he was in Mexico, I was like, bro, that was my big bro.
Hey,
that was my big bro in Mexico.
Hey, don't kill me.
I love you, man. I love you, man.
Hey, man,
thanks
but
for
yeah,
coming,
man.
bro.
That's calm, man.
Shogs on the podcast.
It's good to be here.
Yeah, man.
Also known as David.
Yeah, man.
Obviously, we say Shogs, Shoggy.
Is
As
this
he's one
your
of
first
our
time on a
man.
podcast?
Yeah.
No, he came on Arm
like
Boys.
one- yeah.
You went
quite
came
a
on
while
Arm
back.
Boys, is it?
I can't even remember how long that was.
That was like, bro, that
yeah,
was
it was
like
time,
3
innit?
years ago,
Yeah.
bro.
Damn. You know, you guys didn't remove it.
Yeah, no, it's still there, bro. It's still
Yeah, I
for the
think I'm still
archives.
tagged on it on Instagram.
Is it?
My colleagues at work.
Yeah.
The sometimes
I
be like,
swear.
"Hey, look, David's famous. Look at
Hey,
that."
don't kill me.
Hey, man. Hey, man.
Don't kill me.
That's
How's
there,
you guys
man.
this week, though?
Yeah, it's been calm, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's been calm, just working, bro.
I hear
It's
that.
work.
Work don't stop, innit? So
Yeah, I
we
heard
can already
It
say,
never
man.
stop, man. It can never stop.
Yeah.
Listen.
Yeah,
You know I'm there, you know. I'm in
Yeah.
Borough High Street still.
Bro.
Yeah, we're around the corner.
Hey.
Yeah, some don't
You know
worry,
what's
man.
bad as well?
We're out
Because
here.
obviously we used to take train together, innit? Then obviously I walk with you to bank.
Yeah.
And you know where I am? Let me not be bait. But you know Tower Bridge? So you know that you're on, I'm on Fenchurch Street.
Fenchurch
side.
Street. It's like by the
yeah.
gaucho.
So
I'm
like,
just crossing, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, Tower Bridge, I'm like 3 minutes away from Tower Hill.
Oh, that's calm. That's,
Bro, so
because
can
I
you
do the walk
believe?
every morning.
Yeah.
And it's like, what, 12 minute walk?
Hey, summer,
It
man.
takes
bro.
me 15 to walk from...
Take
Yeah.
me to the bars, bro.
Yeah,
Bro.
it takes me like 12,
Come on,
13
man.
to
Take
walk
it to
from...
all the hot spots,
Yeah,
bro.
take me still.
Yeah, no, after
Yeah,
working
yeah,
that, bro,
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
down
We
still.
have to, because we're all,
Man.
a lot of us are basically in that.
Yeah,
the
exactly.
area,
Exactly.
innit?
It makes
So-
sense. It makes sense, bro.
I hear
Might
that.
as well
makes
still.
Song of the week?
Song of the week.
Yeah.
Eesh. I didn't really have one until when we were driving here on my lay reason. I don't know why.
Banger,
but
innit?
yeah, it's a banger.
That is a banger.
I had
I'm
to-
a lay
bro,
reason, it's a
I-
banger.
I'm
He's always
supposed to
been,
add it
he's
to
always
my...
been cold, man. He's
I was
always
supposed to add it to my playlist time ago, but it just
Yeah,
skipped my
he's-
mind. But when I heard you play it, I was like,
turn off the AC.
but when you played it, I was like, yeah, no, this song's a banger.
Yeah,
and then I added it
still.
straight. So yeah, that's my song of the week.
I hear that. What about you? Shots?
Do you know what? It's a different one for me this week.
Yeah.
I don't really listen to Darko, but you know that new...
We already added it.
He's already added it,
Yeah,
man.
he's already
Next
added
one.
it. Yeah. It's cold, man. It's cold. Favorite girl's cold.
Bro,
still.
it's cool.
You know EJ wrote that.
Did
Did you see it? EJ, he wrote it.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh, mad. I
Yeah,
didn't
he
even
wrote
know
it
that.
still. Did you see it?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, he wrote
Hey.
it. Can't lie, very talented, man. Shout out EJ. I'll pick another one, though. That's already been added. What song have you been listening to this week?
Bro, I have to come with I'm a piano.
Nice time. We haven't really got I'm a piano on it.
Yeah,
Bro,
yeah,
this
man.
song, Ebasini. EBASINI.
Banger.
Bro. Banger.
Yeah, I'll go
Son.
listen to it.
When it hits, the bass in your car.
Wait, how'd you spell it?
EBASINI.
My
Bro,
piano boy.
No, it's
Okay.
a banger.
Thank you,
It's a
boy.
banger.
Tyler,
It's
I
a
see
banger.
you, yeah.
Yeah, it's cold still.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
cold.
Well, listen on the way back. So.
Bro,
It's cold. It's cold.
Hey, man.
I can't lie.
It's
If
cold,
I
man.
was to pick I'm a piano, Funk 99.
Yeah. Funk 99.
Hey, that's bad.
Yeah,
That's bad.
What is your song of the week,
No,
brother?
sorry.
Alright, Ken does this thing.
He
We have-
got to me.
We have 1 hour, guys. We have 1 hour.
Sorry.
And Ken will spend
Yeah,
10
after,
minutes talking
after.
about some music. We have 1 hour.
Hey, boss,
Oh,
I should
bro.
go and jump on BBC One Extra.
I'm screaming. DJ
Go
Ken.
on radio, bro. Go
Hey, I want to learn
somewhere,
how to
bro.
DJ, man.
Channel 4, I don't know.
man.
Go do DJ lessons.
Hey,
Oh,
don't
man.
kill me. But best
Finish.
of the week,
Fuck.
can't lie, my guy Phoebus, Young Fume, dropped a new song this week.
Young
that's what I saw you
Fume.
post that.
Yeah, Young
Jesus,
Fume.
that's a throwback.
It's
Throwback,
gold on
big
my
time.
wrist. So the
Okay.
song title is GOMW, but it's gold on my wrist.
Okay.
Yeah, man, he brought me back in the day,
Back
man.
into
that's
2016
Fred,
vibes.
Bro,
Big
2016
time,
days.
bro.
Yeah, yeah.
My guy.
Big
Like-
time, man. Big time.
You know what though? That Baby Away song, can't lie.
It's a
Obviously, 'cause
banger, man.
I was like 13. Because
Oh,
she
yeah.
said
Catch.
she went down for 13
Yeah.
years. When I listened to her, I can't lie, she's cold.
It's cold,
She's
bro.
cold, man.
You heard it.
I think
you probably have.
Yeah.
Nah, it's cold
Can't
still.
lie, I only recommend bangers.
Yeah.
Guys.
I can't lie. When it comes to
Good
UK
and
music,
butter.
Bro, I only
Ken's
recommend
clear.
bangers.
UK music, Ken's clear. I can't lie.
That's my
BBC One
favourite.
Extra then.
I can't lie. Whoever's watching this on BBC, get me on, bro.
Get it on. Just so we can talk
I
about music
can't
for
use
2 hours. That's for 15 minutes if you don't stop
No,
it,
but
bro.
I only
That's
like
good.
one type of music, like street
Yeah,
rap.
you do.
But anyway.
Love it, man. You love it.
Before Junior gets on to me, what Tonye should I say?
Bro, Jesus.
What did your
man.
partner do this week? Because obviously, I talked about your story, before then. So what did your partner do this week? Remember, it could be good, it could be bad.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be.
Do you know what? Nah, it's been a good week. But there was one incident. The bank collect. No, one incident. And I'm
did she
even
do?
glad that I'm here talking about this.
Yeah,
because-
yeah. What did she do? Does she know you're
because-
coming on?
Yeah, she knows
Okay.
what's going on. So she's going to listen well.
Yeah.
Of course you're gonna
Clean her
listen.
ears.
Of course
She
you're
needs
gonna
to
listen, bro.
clean her ears, man.
I
She
know
hears
it's
this.
cool with me.
And obviously bank holiday weekend.
Yeah.
We'll do something on the weekend. We just went out spontaneously and then we went to this restaurant called Uber in Shoreditch. It's like a Pan-Asian. Go there, it's
You
nice.
guys always finding these spots,
Yeah,
man.
bro. It's nice, man. It's nice. And then obviously a couple of the other guys, Manny and their
Oh, yeah,
girls,
Yeah.
they were in London. So they shouted at us like, you're not going home. We're going out.
Yeah.
So, bro, we didn't plan it at all.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
just like very spontaneous. We ended up in Box Park. Ain't been there in a
Cool.
minute.
I like that spontaneous.
Yeah, it was nice. It was nice. And obviously the
Nah,
sun was out.
it would be nice, innit?
I was sad that.
Yeah, it'd be nice though, but when you got a little baby in the house,
Because I went to the GC, I was like, wait, nobody messaged.
you ain't got childcare,
Back in the day, everyone sent them in.
Fam, but
You ain't got childcare, bro.
Nah,
What's
so
going
obviously we just went out spontaneously.
Yeah.
It was nice. It was good.
Yeah.
Like music was lit. Box Park was popping. It was good. It was a good vibe. Anyway, afterwards, when you drive to Shoreditch and everyone's trying to leave, people are trying to talk to girls and they're causing traffic on the road. Everyone just moving mad.
Good old days, bro.
Yeah, bro. So obviously the window, yeah, bro.
That sounds good.
So the windows were down in the back. Me and Ash were sitting in the back, and then like this car was trying to squeeze past, and obviously it was just full of guys.
Yeah.
And this girl, she's
She's
drinking,
open her mouth.
bro.
Oh,
Like
brother.
they're like, "What you doing? What you doing?" So
To a car full of
Bro.
man them.
And I looked at her like, "Hey!" I looked at her, grabbed her, like, "You shut up, and she carried on, because obviously she's got the liquor in his hand.
Yeah.
She's just feeling, and she looked at me, smiled. I said, "Don't even do it."
Okay, because if they
Bro.
jump out now,
As in-
what's gonna happen?
What's gonna happen?
Are you back in it?
As in-
No, honestly.
I'll just be holding my head like, "Oh God, bro,
No, but you see, that's so funny. Women love to do that, bro.
bro." I don't
Not that they will
understand.
start trouble, but it's like if there's a group of 5-6 man,
They just
why do you expect me
Bro,
to defend
I'm
you
not-
against
why-
these?
Look, me, I'd pinch abs. When she does the
bro,
vote, I'll pinch
the
her.
way I was grips in her hand, she still continued. I was just pulling like,
Hey, that's so funny.
and obviously I can't reach across
Yeah,
the thing to
yeah,
wind down the
yeah.
windows. I was just hold your mouth. Bro, then when we drove away, I was like, Ash, just calm down.
Because
I was
imagine they started saying, "Shut up, you dumb
Exactly.
bitch," or something.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna have to
bro,
stop.
and I'd be like, here we go,
Here
man.
we go.
Yeah, man. Maybe you say
Damn,
sorry,
man.
big bro.
But bro, that was the only thing.
Yeah.
Other than that, but it's been a good
And that's
week.
too funny, though.
Yeah, it's been a good week.
So let's say, cool, before we continue quickly, if your missus got into like a scrap
oh god,
with like a couple guys or something, like an argument, like what are you guys doing?
where is the bucket, bro?
Are you
No,
stopping it?
I'm back
No,
there, but I'm
I was trying to
de-escalating it, though.
de-escalate.
If
Yeah.
that's who I'm with, though. If I'm with a couple, man, I'm out.
yeah,
Fine,
I'm
right,
out.
a bit.
Yeah.
But if I'm not, then hey, bro,
Yeah, it has
hey,
to
bro,
be
come on, it's alright, bro.
de-escalation,
You know, it's a
yeah, it has
more
to
time
be.
it'll be de-escalation, though. But you know,
A lot of the time, it will probably get de-escalated well,
yeah,
unless the guy's ramping at you.
yeah.
And he wants to do something. Oh, you think you're bad in front of your girl? Then you
Yeah.
might have to
Yeah,
just
yeah,
be
you
like,
have-
hey,
okay.
what?
Yes,
Hey, what?
I guess I'm bad
I
today.
guess I'm
Hey,
Bro,
Hey,
that's
that is
screaming.
too funny.
Nah,
Yeah, I hear it, but yeah, you have to use wisdom, man.
Yeah,
you have
facts,
to use
facts.
wisdom.
You have to.
But I think obviously certain nights, of the liquor, you might have
bro,
to get me.
Hey,
I'm
man.
trying to
um,
stay away from any trouble, man.
I heard that, man. I heard that. What did your wife do this week?
Yeah, we haven't really done much this week. Her meals have been hitting.
Okay.
Her meals have been hitting recently. And yeah, no, it's been a good week. There's nothing really
That's good.
anything to point out.
That's good, man.
So it's calm. I even forgot to add what I for the intro what I did this week.
Yeah.
So obviously, shout out Arsenal. Went to go and see the stadium. Went to go and watch my team win.
Guys,
You get me?
He's
In
pants,
4K.
man.
Hey, all I know is I saw my team win this week.
I heard that.
Obviously, some
It's a
man
shame not to-
are in the room.
man.
It's a
win
shame
this
you
week.
didn't win the league, bro.
I guess we'll never know. But obviously, tomorrow, Fulham City, I'll be there
This guy's
hate
going to
watching.
hate watching, bro.
I'm going to hate watching
And he gets
4K.
on to me. This guy's
Bro, that's
going to hate
crazy.
watching in
No,
person.
it's not hate
And he
watching.
gets on to me for hate watching.
Is it a hate
Bro.
watching? It's City. If City win, I'm gonna see Haaland and KDB in real life, bro.
I heard that. Enjoy it, bro.
I'm gonna enjoy it, bro. And if they lose,
Of course, you're gonna enjoy it.
I'm going to be on to him if
Hey,
Man
I
City win.
can't.
Hey,
But they will, though.
but wait, why would you be on to me if Man City win?
Because I don't want you guys to win the league.
No, but
bro.
I want to watch though.
That's fine.
And the thing, you know what's crazy?
Bro,
If we smack you guys on Sunday
bro.
and we don't win the league, then we've done everything we can do. Because honestly, smacking Chelsea 5-0, smacking these lot, smacking you, man.
You didn't smack us, but you beat us 3-2.
Okay, it was 3-0, but
It was
You
3-0.
weren't
Then you
smacking,
crumbled.
though.
Yeah.
You beat, if it was 3-0, cool. Hands up.
If it was 3-0,
On-
with the result, you
hey,
crumbled.
big bro, all I know is, Ken had to give me £20.
You know, he pressured me. I gave it to him.
Ken had to give me
This guy
£20.
pressured me.
No,
Ken,
This guy pressured me.
That shouldn't even been
No,
an
no,
argument.
no,
you know what?
No,
You know
no,
what?
but
For the viewers, context,
nah.
In
He
Mexico-
took £20 out of his mouth, bro.
Yeah,
context for the viewers. In Mexico, me and Ken made a bet about Tottenham Arsenal match.
I was there.
Arsenal were winning.
I was there. Witness.
I was talking shit because it was good.
No.
Then this guy tried to
No.
This guy tried to
Junior.
out shameless.
You know, I was trying to find anything not to pay
Bro,
that money.
The argument that this guy was giving, I was there like,
He said, could you call me a bozo?
I said, oh shit.
He said, with
that was
class.
funny,
I tried to find
You know what I
anything
said
not to
to him?
send this guy
I said, bro,
this piece.
until you pay me my piece, don't even
Yeah,
talk to me. I said, don't talk to me.
Right
So
here, man.
Any
I bet it's a
podcast,
bet. I can't lie. I bet
any
it's a bet.
podcast stuff, don't
Bro.
even shout me about it,
It's a
bro.
bet still.
man,
This guy
it's a-
pressured me.
Hey,
Bro.
man, £20 in my pocket, £20 out of
That's
his
too
mouth.
funny, man.
Yeah. Hey. There's no
Hey,
rules
yo.
in football.
I heard
Hey,
it.
yo, yeah,
But
that's funny.
what my wife did this week, she didn't really do nothing. She kind of pissed me off today, but it wasn't really that deep.
Okay.
So I asked her to get me something. I asked her to buy me Fanta Fruit Twist, innit? I've been craving it. I had it in a while, like a couple weeks. I'm on my health journey. And then I messaged her. I was like, babe, don't forget to get me this drink. So she comes back. I'm opening the shopping bag. There's no drink.
No drink.
I was just like, bro, if it's me, like the thing
It's
is
just
that
one
with-
thing,
with
bro.
women,
One
yeah. I'm
thing.
like, bro, I asked for
One
£1.50.
£1.50,
Babe, I
small
forgot.
can.
If it was me,
Listen,
If you
That's
forget,
the
then it's you
it's-
don't care
listen,
about me.
listen.
You don't do this. You don't do
Listen,
that. Oh, she
listen.
did this
But if it
3
was
weeks
me-
ago. You didn't do it.
Even the times that they don't ask, you will bring them something.
Ah!
You bring it.
You
'Cause
know
if you
one
don't,
thing,
You didn't think I might be hungry.
Bro,
bro.
you don't think
You
of
know
me.
one
You
thing
didn't-
that was selfish. That was very, very selfish.
Yeah,
I was angry, bro. She went to M&S now.
Yeah.
She came back. I
Damn,
saw.
you guys shop at M&S?
No, she was in Blue Water.
Oh.
She bought mango pieces. She bought sushi for herself. So she's eating the sushi. I said, "Can I have the mango?" She said, "No, it's for me." I said, "So you went to the shop. You bought sushi and mango for yourself, but you didn't buy
Were you
anything
with
for
her?
me." No, I went with her.
You was at home. Okay,
I was at home.
Okay, yeah.
She bought it home, and I was
That's
like,
my
"So you
selfish,
didn't?"
can't
so-
lie.
so then-
Yeah, I
so
can't
then-
lie,
That's
man.
my
She
selfish.
said
I
she bought
still.
jam donut for me. I said, but I like mango. So
Okay, she
she
bought you
Yeah.
something though.
no, but she bought for herself.
No, but she bought you
but
jam
she
donut.
split it.
But
No,
she
that's
bought you
not
jam
good enough.
donut.
That's not good.
I'll be satisfied
Bro,
with that.
No, I'm not. I
can't
just
lie. I
With
can't
me,
lie.
I'm a kid.
I don't
If-
want the
if you
jam
go-
donut.
If you go shop, I just make back a little treat.
I don't want
I
it.
hear it, I
I
hear
don't
it, I
want
hear it.
jam donut. I wanted the mango.
Alright,
Why are
cool.
you even making me eat jam donuts?
It's true.
It's true, it's true,
That's
it's true,
even
You
it's
see, you see.
That's
When
true.
someone's around the corner,
It's
hey,
true,
yo,
it's
this-
true,
this
it's
women.
So, I was just like, I said, that is very selfish because
Mhm.
even me, I went to the shop there. Every time I go to the shop, I'll buy her. She likes Coke, innit?
Yeah.
So I buy her Coke and put it in the fridge for her. Anytime. No
Did
issues.
she like Coke before she was pregnant? Or did that?
I think it came when she was pregnant.
It came when she was
I
yeah,
think
because
it came
those
when
are
she was
just started
pregnant.
loving off.
And I don't know why. But yeah, I don't know. Because every time you go to the shop, you might buy here and there.
Mhm.
But then if I don't buy it,
It's
God.
problem. It's problem all the time.
I don't know, man.
Problem.
But,
You know what?
yeah.
You know one thing I've learned about women?
Yeah.
You can do all things right forever. You get
The
one
one
thing
thing.
wrong,
Yeah,
it's the end of the world, bro.
I heard that.
It's the end of the world, man. I don't know for them, man.
Silent treatment. This.
I said.
Hey,
Just
don't
got me
worry.
thinking, man.
There's gonna be an episode where we rant about women.
Hey.
It's gonna come one day,
Don't kill me.
but you're lucky it's not today. Sha.
Yeah, before we get into the real chunk of the episode, I want to warm you up a bit, ask you a few quick fire questions.
Pause.
Yeah, pause.
Yeah, big
Pause.
I said, well, you up a bit. Pause, nigga. Anyway, quick, yeah, you can answer it as well, bro. So BMW, Audi, or Mercedes?
Mercedes.
Yeah, you're Mercedes.
Oh yeah. Oh no. Oh, I don't know yet. You know. Right now, Mercedes.
Mercedes.
Might change to
Okay.
Audi though.
Never listen to music again, or never watch football again.
Ooh. Wait, never watch
Never
football.
listen to football again, or
No,
never
listen to
watch
music.
Never
Yeah,
listen to
we don't-
music again,
God,
or never watch football again.
You know what?
Mhm.
Because I'm Man United right now. never watch football again.
Hey,
I'm
not
not like-
It could be, you don't have to watch just Man United.
Hey,
So you didn't watch Champions League this week?
Bro, I don't
can't-
like seeing other teams succeed.
No,
you know
Man
what?
United is grub.
I'll take not watching football.
Yeah, I'll
Bro,
take
music.
I'll
I can't
take-
lie,
I'll
it's
take-
hard
I'll
to-
take no
I'll
watching
start
football.
watching
bro.
basketball. Is that
Yeah, I'll take not watching football.
okay? Coke or Fanta?
E Fanta,
Yeah, rice and stew or jollof rice?
rice and stew.
That's a stew.
Rice and stew. I
Yeah.
love how the man that runs rice and stew.
And then
there.
rice and
assaulted me
stew.
on top as well.
Drake or Kendrick Lamar?
Drake, but yeah, Kendrick's cool though. But
Yeah.
just in terms of the
Kendrick
vibes.
is- yeah,
I can't stand that
he's
guy.
Still, he's cool, man.
Speak all the languages in the world, or speak to every animal.
The languages. I'm doing
The
languages,
languages,
monkey.
Why? I'm sure there's some benefits.
No, you know, maybe animals though, because I'm not gonna go to every country in the world though.
Yeah.
Nah, man.
Or,
If you just come out speaking all different kinds of
Yeah.
language, someone tries
Okay.
to cuss you, you're hearing it.
oh no,
like,
you know what?
bro.
Speak good languages. I say language.
Yeah, I think we could call it that.
Wait, sometimes what happens if you're walking on the street, you just hear an ant screaming at you?
That's
About to-
exactly. You're
Yeah,
there,
you
you're
can
there
talk
looking
with it,
around
like,
I
like,
couldn't even
maybe
walking. You're about to stop your feet.
oh,
Okay, one last question, yeah. So, in your partners today, yeah, what would you rather them have? Bad breath or bad body odor?
Oh,
oh gosh.
surely it has to be bad breath.
Is it?
Would you rather them have?
You'd rather them have a bad
I
breath?
think
Body odor,
you
bro.
know.
Body odor is just BO though.
Yeah, I think body.
I
odor.
don't have a
BO
body odor.
Is it
Bro, when they're talking in your
Yeah.
face, like,
Oh no, it's true though. No, but
please.
Have
even-
have you
No,
ever
but
spoken
even
to girls
when-
with bad breath before?
I spoke to me
Yeah,
with
is
bad breath. It's bad. But wait, I'm confused.
Your nostrils just
If
flare.
you're just in the room with them and you're smelling something though, is that not worse? You don't have to always talk.
It should be this air freshener,
Nah,
bro.
I'd rather body odor still.
Yeah, body odor, body odor.
Yeah.
So, I can't lie.
Because in fact, let me not even disgrace myself. Because I was going to say, I got a little kink.
Wait, Kelly, okay, let's stop there.
Yeah,
Can you calm down
I
there?
got a little kink.
Yeah,
still.
we're not asking
But
you
let me
to
not
say-
get into that.
No, say.
Nah, we went from
Nah.
body odor to kink.
Nah,
Hey,
my kink, yeah, is like, hey, this is.
this is crazy, bro.
Oh, nah, let me not go there still. My wife will hate me for this. But it's not her, it's just me. Like, I just like. Nah, don't worry. Don't worry. Don't
He's already
worry.
exposed himself.
Don't worry.
Hey, man.
But yeah, man. So why we wanted to get you on the episode is last week we was talking about careers and climbing up the corporate ladder, and we was like, wait, Shogs would be the perfect person to discuss this with, basis on obviously what you're doing now and what you've done for other people. So before we get into it, how did you get into the career that you're in now?
Recruitment. So God. Now, a lot of people don't really get into recruitment, you know. Like, a lot of people don't really do that. They normally fall into it, like, in a sense. Like, I obviously studied architecture in uni.
Yeah.
And I was good at it. I was
Yeah.
drawing, I was
Yeah.
sick, I was modeling, all that type of stuff. And I thought, like, I think everyone that knew me, I like money. And it was like everything. I was doing business, I was selling, I was doing this, I was doing that. So I was looking at things where I can just start making money. Like, I just want to get into the world, start making bread.
Yeah.
So I can start putting it into other stuff. Like, that was always the plan for me. So I remember I was interviewing for this Barrett Holmes grad scheme for the
is it?
Yeah, for the architectural technology.
Yeah.
I was just thinking, do I want to do this?
Yeah.
Man, damn. So I put my CV up on a grad board, and then I just got contacted through there.
Mhm.
Like, we got graduate opportunities as a recruitment consultant. Obviously, I didn't know what it was.
Mm.
And then they were telling me that, yeah, your first year you can earn this.
Yeah. That's
Second
what they.
year
That's
you
what
can
they
earn
know.
this. By the time I heard third, I was like, yeah, put me
OTE.
forward.
Yeah.
Put
Yeah.
me forward. I had an interview, came back the next day, and then on my way home, I got offered the job. And that first 3 months was hell. I can't lie.
Yeah.
And that's something I want
Yeah, it
to
was
ask you. Like, what has been because obviously you've been, and that was when 2008,
2017
till
bro.
now.
Yeah.
Same company.
Same company,
And
yeah.
but you know, in recruitment, how mad that is.
That turnover, that's
bro.
Do you know how
turnover, bro.
crazy that is for one person to be
High
in the
turnover.
same recruitment company?
Bro.
So I've been in recruitment as well.
Mm.
Yeah. And obviously my journey to your journey is completely different. Yeah. So how was the journey like? Because it's ups and downs
Yeah,
in
it's
the
very ups and
field.
downs. I
So
can't
yeah,
lie.
what was the journey like? How did you like persevere? That's the correct
Mhm.
English, isn't it?
Yeah,
Persevere.
yeah.
Am I saying it correctly? Because I feel like
Yeah,
I'm saying
you
it.
did.
No.
Persevere. But how did you persevere
I
and stay till now?
No.
Like,
Do you know what it is? It's always going to be ups and downs, like regardless. Like that won't change. And I think one thing that kept me obviously motivated was the earning potential. Obviously, I was just like when you basically are in control of how much you earn. You just got to put in the work. And the reality is, if you put in the work in any career, you're obviously going to flourish. But
Yeah.
with this one, it's like you can reap the rewards quite quickly.
Reap rewards.
Yeah,
bro.
you reap the rewards quickly. So it's like, let me grind this out.
yeah.
And when I got a taste of my first bonus, bro,
Yeah.
that's when I was like, yeah. This is
Yeah.
it. This is it. Like, and I just continued. That bonus doubled,
Mhm.
doubled, and now it's just consistent. So yeah, man.
Now I hear because when I was in recruitment, like I think we was talking about before.
Yeah, we
where
did.
When you're really making,
yeah,
like,
when you're making
deals,
Yeah.
you're living. Because that's when I met my Nosa. I met her when I was in recruitment. We were just going out, spending money, enjoying ourselves. Made good money.
Yeah.
And then there was times where you're not making deals.
It's peak.
And the way they treated you like shit,
Yeah.
bro. Like, well, you're
You
not
need-
making
you-
them money. But
you need a
it's the
backbone, I can't
business.
lie. It's the business.
It's the business.
Yeah, and the thing is, with my company as well, because it's a large American corporate.
Mhm.
Like, obviously with American corporates, it's like quite cutthroat.
Yeah, man.
It's cutthroat. So it's like you either put the work in or you're out of here.
Yeah.
And I witnessed a lot of people that were out of here. So I thought, do you know what? Obviously, I've got eyes on me already because I'm black. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've got eyes on me. It's not traditionally a career that a lot of people of color go into.
Yeah.
So obviously that's already on me. And then when I'm performing, there's more eyes on me. Like, oh, this guy's doing his thing.
Yeah.
Even at the times I weren't performing, I was still always maintaining high quality work and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So obviously I'll just climb my way up. Now, I wouldn't say it's easier. It's still difficult.
Yeah.
But I manage a team now.
Oh,
I've
sick.
got a bit more authority. I've got more respect to the company.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
How was that first? Because that first 3 months of being in like the recruitment and obviously trying to build up your
The
contacts.
first few months for me was actually bliss,
Nah, man, was crazy, bro.
The first few months was
crazy.
crazy. I think what? Sorry, because I know you asked the question, not me. But because I started on like a grad program as well, and there was loads of us. There was a big intake, and in that intake, I was the first person to make a deal. I think I placed the business analyst
that feels good
for one bank. I think it was at HSBC for like 60 bags. I was gassed.
Yeah, bro.
Because I was the first one at the whole intake to do it.
Bro,
I was the man.
Yeah.
They know there was where week 2, week 3.
Nothing is going.
one hit wonder.
Honestly. And then I got
Bro.
my next one then, but yeah, like it was up and down, but I felt like it was alright. But yeah, sorry, bro.
No, my first one, it was peak, bro.
Is it?
Like, I remember my first 3 months, because normally your probation period is obviously 3 months.
Yeah.
And recruitment realistically is 6. Like that's you need a good 6 months to get into rhythm.
Yeah.
That's when you can determine, like, is this for me?
Yeah.
Or am I not cut out for this? Or or I can do it. But yeah, that first 3 months, I remember I was just coming, like candidates be going forward for processes and everyone, second stage, and then they didn't make it because not the right cultural fit or not enough experience. And I'm like, when would they have enough experience? And obviously, because I joined at the same time with one of my colleagues in the same team, he was new as well. And then we was like neck and neck on it was just going to be our first deal. So obviously my candidate versus his candidate. His candidate got the job. Obviously, you see the way they were praising him? Praising him. They were like, star man in the wrap-up on first day. I'm there in the corner like, looking like damn, man, like, shit. So I remember I pulled my manager for a chat. Obviously, my manager at the time, he was black. So I think I was blessed with that aspect because I was there in the room like crying, like, I can't do this. And he was always telling me, nah, I see potential in you. You can do it. Just grind it out. I'll help you. Any areas that you need support on, just listen to me, follow my steps. And obviously he was top. Like he achieved so much in that company. So obviously I just changed my mindset a bit and I thought, you know what? Like I've got a lot of goals that I want to hit and a lot of things I want to achieve. So let me just put in the work. And in the next 3 months, so this was like after the 3rd month, I didn't do nothing. Next 3 months, I did my probation. I then did my car allowance. Like I smashed through like bare things in just 3 months. And I think I was like one of the fastest to do it in my team across London. Yeah. So obviously that felt good. And I was just like, damn, this actually feels good. Then I got a taste of my first bonus. And then once I switched my mindset that these are the things that I need to do, like this is the areas that I need to put in work, I was like, calm, that's it.
And you mentioned, obviously, you're black, your manager was black. And one thing that we spoke about last week is I spoke about like being a black man in the office.
Yeah.
And in your field, how did you kind of navigate that to where you are now? Like you said, you're managing a team.
Yeah.
So as a black man, like, how did you level up like that?
Yes. It's been a roller coaster again. Yeah. It's been a roller coaster again because you always got eyes on you when you're the coloured person in a business or black, let me say. And you always got eyes on you in terms of performance. When you're least performing, there's more stick on you in comparison to your counterparts because you just stand out the most. Like it wasn't really across the whole floor. Even at the time that I started, there was like 100 and something people, and I could say there was probably 5 or 4.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
100 people. 100 people, and there's only 5 that are black people.
Yeah.
But this ain't our country.
Exactly. So,
well, it is our country.
Well, yeah, exactly.
But you know what? Y'all know what I mean.
Yeah, I just stuck it out, man. I think it was just more. I thought about like, cool, I'm here to do one thing. I want to earn money. I want to make money.
Yeah.
Nothing's gonna stop me.
Yeah.
In terms of, and I think once you actually put that goal in your head as to what you want to attain, like especially down the line, you just won't let nothing get in your way. So it was loads of ups and downs, There was loads of obstacles, like loads of things where people just question, oh, you think you can do this? You think you're cut out for this job? And you're just confident. You're just confidence. Like you get to a certain level when if you know you're good at what you do, you just got confidence. No one can doubt you. Like, do you get what I'm saying? So I had that confidence, like, continuously. I still have it to today. So it's like, I stuck by that and it proved, right? Like, it came into fruition. I was doing my thing. I was like top performer, one of the top performers. And even on the level of work that I do, I was out billing people that should be just clear. Like, in terms of their fee size and stuff like that, it should be clear. And I was cleaning up and I was just out billing them. And I feel like when I saw that my name was always on the screen and stuff like that, it just gave me more motivation. I was just like, yeah, I'm going to get there. I'm going to do my thing. And I just always consistently wanted to be the best. And I think it was just more from a personal reason. I didn't want to do it for the company. I wasn't thinking like, these people are going to make more money off me if I make more myself. It was more, I want to make loads of bonus. I want to do this for myself. I want to work my way up and do bits. And that's all it was really. I just stuck by that and
Yeah. No, I heard that.
How did you build that? So you said about having confidence.
Yeah.
Where did that confidence first come from?
I think it's the goal setting, It's the goal setting because I feel like a lot of people set goals aimlessly and they'll just write down stuff like, I want to buy a house, I want to do this, I want to do that. And then a lot of the time you'll realize that when they're on their journey to that goal, they start doubting themselves like, hey, getting a house, it seems long, like house prices are crazy, And I think once you just switch your mindset that, look, at the end of the day, we've all got to work to get something. Nothing's going to get given to us. In this day and age, especially, we have to work harder. Like, we have to put in the effort. And I think once I got that mindset and I realized that, and obviously I was reading a lot, I was reading motivational books, and they do help. They're cliche things, but they do help. And there's certain things you just pick up. And I thought, do you know what, man? Like, no one's going to hand this to me. If I could snap my fingers and win the lottery tomorrow, I'd love that. Do you know what I mean? I'm sure everyone would, but right now, all we can do is grind. And to get my goals, I need to put in the work. Yeah. And I feel like once I had that and just focused on that point, then everything just came, man. Everything just came. So
I can't lie. That even reminded me, there was one verse that was like, grind hard, that's the motto, because we're never going to win the lotto.
Yeah, see, there you go.
I thought man was going to say a Bible verse.
I was expecting like John 3. I was expecting.
Hey, come on, man.
But so a quick question. So have you ever had to like deal with like imposter syndrome and stuff like that?
Yeah. Like definitely. I feel like especially when you go meet clients and stuff like that, and obviously you're in certain spaces and you're thinking, especially when you're surrounded by like C-suite, they're the people that manage the finances in the company. They help like divert what the strategy and decision or where the business is gonna go. And you're just there, like little old you, just there so you need help with recruitment? And a lot of the time, like, people don't realize, especially companies, like, hiring the right person can make or break a business as well.
No, it can.
So obviously, when that's all in your hand and they're relying on you and they're putting trust, like, yeah, David, I need a good quality candidate, and they're reeling off all this information, you're there nodding like, yeah, so you need this, but you don't have a clue what this person, what they do, what it means. You don't have nothing. So I feel like in times like that, you start doubting, like, wait, is this too big for me? Or you start getting scared. But I feel, again, it's just back to the confidence piece. Like, once you actually just build that confidence, just keep backing yourself, then yeah, man.
Touching on your point when you obviously just mentioned like clients asking you like, we need this person, we need that person. And for people that are listening that are going for jobs or will go for jobs in the future, what advice can you give people in terms of their employability? So what makes someone employable, especially as like a black man and a black woman entering these large corporate companies? How do we get there? What's the key to getting there?
Firstly, it all starts with your experience. Like, that's the reality.
Yeah.
And I think extracurricular activities that you do as well make such a big impact. Like, I think going above and beyond, because it's really easy for a lot of the typical white British, when they've got like A stars, they go to the best schools, private schools. In those private schools, they have networks where it's easy to get into corporate spaces. So for us, when we're on the outside, a lot of us don't have that opportunity. We have to try and find these spaces, like networking events, doing all this stuff, extra internships, summer events. You know those 1 week things where it's like, you go shadow someone in HSBC. You just got to try and get all of those type of things onto your CV and just build up your experience that way, because at the end of the day, getting into these spaces, a lot of the time, it's because of who you know as well.
Nice.
It is because of who you know as well.
I think it's rare to just go on Indeed, the CV library, and apply and get a job. I think it's so rare.
Competitive.
Because if you deep it, when you're looking for jobs, like, you probably have to apply to like 30, 40 before you even get like callbacks.
There you go. And I think, if you think of it this way as well, you're not the only person applying to that 30, 40. There is hundreds, if not thousands of people applying to that same job. So it's like, is someone really going to sit there and sift through every single application and then try and spot out, okay, this person's got the same qualities? Because every CV looks the same. That's the reality. Everyone can pretty much bullshit on their CV as well. You can just gas your experience up. But it is, a lot of the time, it is from who you know. And especially when you want to get into these spaces, you've got to surround yourself in those kind of areas as well. Like, get into, like, even just reaching out to people on LinkedIn. Just messaging them like, oh, I saw you work at XYZ. Like, how did you get into that? A lot of people are open to hearing you out and actually want to give advice and stuff like that. Because LinkedIn's like, so it's like Facebook, but for work. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, it's definitely a big thing, and what makes it easier, it's a networking thing. Like, you need to be in the right spaces. That's the reality of it. But outside of that, just building your skill set, just trying to get as much, if it's certifications or go on Udemy, try and learn these little courses, like things like that, just to make you stand out. That's the other alternative.
Okay, so even when someone gets past that stage, so let's say you're dealing with a candidate, you've got them an interview. How do you reckon, or not how do you reckon, what should they do to stand out in front of other candidates when like interviewing for these companies?
It literally all starts, well, firstly, like, obviously dress to impress. That's just the reality. You need to dress to impress. I think in this day and age where a lot of interviews nowadays is virtual, for that first initial stage, like, because
I don't really like virtual interviews.
Like, I think it's
I don't mind it.
I prefer in person.
The flexibility helps. The flexibility, because if you think about back in the day, we used to book half days just to try and
true.
Like, it made it difficult.
I used to,
someone like you,
in my previous job, I used to do interviews in my workplace.
That's what I'm saying. And you're always
I'll find the booth. I'll go find the booth. Just do my interview,
bro. And sometimes you be cautious because someone can knock on your window.
Looking over your shoulder. Like,
you can't tell them.
Now you have to go to another floor.
Exactly.
Because I was on floor 6 at my company, and anytime I had to do an interview or a phone call interview, I just go to floor 5. No one's seeing me.
Is it?
Yeah, man.
It's difficult.
But I do agree with the with the flexibility and stuff. But I think for the first interview, I kind of just want to be in front of you.
It is better
because we can build that rapport straight away.
That's exactly it. You hit the nail on the head. Like, you build a lot more rapport when you're in person, because you can read someone's body language. You can see how confident they are. You can't really see that behind the screen. That's the reality. And obviously, if someone's got 2 screens, like, it's so easy to just read off stuff without looking like you're not. But it's easy to do that. It's easy. It's very easy to do that. So I think yeah, firstly, dressing to impress. And why I say the virtual aspect is because a lot of people lack on that. Because it's virtual, they think
Anyhow,
like,
innit?
anyhow, just slap on a shirt. I remember one candidate did that
Mm-hmm.
and he didn't realise how he looked on the camera, like how far the zoom back was. So the client could just see on Adidas shoe.
Yeah.
And I remember she told me, David, did you prep the candidates? And I was like, yeah, I made sure that everyone, like, and she was like, oh, just attire-wise, you know, obviously first impressions matter. And I was like, yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
She was like, yeah, I saw one of them wearing Adidas short. And I was thinking in my head, how did this guy stand up mid-interview? And I told him, and he was like, shoot, I didn't realize. But even in those scenarios, it's like, it's just so easily avoidable. You can just wear it. Even if like, just take it off. You don't have to iron it, but just wear something. Look presentable. Do you get what I'm saying? So it starts with that. And then secondly, it comes down to personality.
Yeah. 100%.
Big time. Like, it comes down to personality. And again, confidence. Obviously, a lot of people can be nervous interviewing and stuff like that. But I think one thing I say to people is that you've got to remember that the people interviewing you also interview to get their jobs.
Yeah.
And the reality is, you can walk away from that interview not wanting the job at all. And they can walk away thinking, yeah, that was the best candidate I met. I want you so much. Like, so they're interviewing themselves for you just as much as you're interviewing for them. Yeah. Obviously, it's more weighted on your part because it's for a specific role.
But they need to sell us.
But they exactly. And I think when you actually realize that, wait, I should be confident. Like, who's better to talk about my experience than me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Who's better to talk about me than me? Like, so I think, that confidence piece and just building rapport really quickly, smiling, that's a big thing. Yeah. People forget about that because they got that straight poker face. Yeah. And obviously when you're, from a rough back, maybe not rough, but you're from the street, it's like, sometimes you got that straight face, like,
and a lot of it comes from like nerves. Yeah, as well.
And it comes from nerves. Yeah. And I think just trying to learn to break that. And again, seeking advice, practicing, that's a big thing. Yeah. Get your family to practice with you. Just do these things because eventually it will help. Once you're put in a spot, it will help like massively.
Have any of you guys got any horror stories, like interview horror stories? Like any peak interviews that you've had?
Nah, I don't think so. I think every interview I pretty much go for, I would normally get to like final stage at least.
That's good, man. That's good.
Like in interviews, I'm in a different zone, bro. I'm confident, bro.
There you go. See,
I'm confident. In interviews, I'm confident, bro.
But that had to grow, man, because there was one interview I had, it was a recruitment company. What was the name? It was like London Bridge area. It was like Anna Pura.
There's so many.
Anyway, F you. if you're seeing this. So this is when I left uni. So this was before I got my recruitment job where we were kind of with each other.
Oh, I know what company you're talking about.
Oh, yeah.
I know.
It's like Anna Saturn.
Yeah.
So before then, I was doing like affiliate marketing, like Forex and that. So obviously on my CV, I moved like say I was creaming. So I get an interview now, we're talking, and she was like, so your interview, like, she was just like, why do you want to join us? Like, you said you made this. She was like, so how do you do this? Obviously, I capped in it. Yeah. So she was like, so if you want to join us, why do you want to join us if you're making this? So what's the reason for just cooking me? Yeah. She was like, I had that to say. I was like, I'm sorry, man. Like I want the job. Like,
that's where the practice comes in.
Yeah.
Even if you practice beforehand, your answer. Yeah. Like she will even feel like, okay, cool, this guy knows his stuff. Like, do you know what I'm saying?
So she was cooking me.
Bro.
Hey, that was where, as soon as I left the interview, the recruiter that got me that interview, I was just like, yeah, man, this ain't the one. Man. I was like, this ain't the one. Damn. So what about you? Have you had like any candidates that you put through, apart from the Adidas guy? Have you had any candidates where that just flopped you?
Yeah, I did actually. I did. There was a woman that got to final stage, and you know, when the client told me before the final stage that, yeah, David, fantastic candidate. I'm gonna offer her. All she needs to do is just meet the managing director. Yeah. It was a big fee.
Yeah,
big fee. It was a big fee. So I'm going to the director like, yeah, chalk that up, man. It's happening. It's happening. All she needs to do is just handshake. Basically, handshaking, bro. This guy asked one question. I think it was something to do with her previous experience because she was immediately available. She went traveling and then she finished up her role and he was asking her like, oh, okay, you know, you come back from traveling, let's say in March, it's now June or something like that. What have you been doing in between? Like, what's been going on? Yeah. And then she just started stuttering and he was just like what's happening? And then this is what the client was telling me. the thing that came out of her mouth, bro, like, she was just there, like...
I say she was stripping.
No. She said, you know, in my spare time, I like to gamble. I like
my God.
I like to gamble. Apparently, man, this is a finance position.
I was even going to say finance,
so
isn't it?
saying that to the
Oh
CFO
my
or MD,
God.
whatever, it does not look good.
That's
it does
a red flag.
Yeah, so she was
Yeah.
like, I used to go to casino. Sometimes I just play a bit. Sometimes I win. Sometimes I lose. And then he was like, oh, lose? Okay, how much are we talking? And she was just overly honest. So she used to say that she lost, like, I think it was like 15 to 20K, yeah, gambling.
15 quid.
Immediately,
gambling.
So immediately the credibility just went.
Yeah.
It looked like you only
But
want
did
this
she not
job.
tell you this?
Nah, bro, like, this is all new. But the thing is, why would you tell me that? I wouldn't ask that. Have you got gambling addiction? I wouldn't ask this stuff. So the credibility just went out the window because it was like, you only look like you want this job to fund your
gambling
habits.
addiction.
Yeah, that's all it looked like. So
Big fee, you know.
bro, big
Gone.
fat fee, gone, bro. Like, she did not need to, all she needed to say was, I'm working on personal projects.
Yeah.
I'm renovating my house.
Yeah,
Or,
man. I'm taking a career
I've been
break.
jogging.
Like,
I've been running.
Yeah.
Like, I've been going to the gym.
Yeah,
to the
that's
why I
brunch.
was in your too
Even
honest,
brunch.
man.
Listen, she was just too honest. And I think it was nerves at the end of the day. But
yeah.
I prepped her so much. Like, just be yourself, relax, say good things, say things that they want to hear.
Was she a woman of colour?
No, she wasn't.
Oh, okay.
She wasn't. So she still flopped. Nah, she flopped it.
What do you think about stuff like, so, you know, for me, yeah, when I'm like, you know, whenever I'm going for positions, I always go to Shogs, innit? Because obviously, you know, it's the recruitment game and how some of them are bloody liars.
Yeah, they're liars.
But how do you, like, what do you think about lying? So, like, you know, when they say, what salary are you currently on? Some people inflate it so they can get more. But I don't do that because I think it's just conviction. I'm always honest.
I'll be honest, I don't like when businesses ask what salary you're on.
Mhm.
I'll be very honest. But the reason they do a lot of the time is because obviously they have a budget to attain to you. And they need to know that if they can get you cheaper, it saves more money for the company, which in turn the budget can be distributed elsewhere.
Yeah.
So that's the primary reason. Because if you think about it, there's no reason for them to know what, if you're right for the job, ask me what I want.
Yeah.
So obviously I don't want to encourage you. There's only so much I can say.
Yeah.
I don't think it's bad.
Yeah.
But keep it reasonable.
You know why? You know why I don't like gassing up the salary thing? Yeah,
What?
it's because I think in my mind, maybe it's the conviction. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I think in my mind, let's say I'm going for a job that's 80K, and I'm earning, let's say 50K, and they're like, "Oh, what were you getting?" And I say 50K. One, they might think of me a bit too junior, so I might not necessarily get that job. And two, let's say I'm saying, oh, I want 85K, I want something like in the 80s, and someone comes in just as good as me, wants 65 to 70K.
Yeah.
It's like, this Ken guy wants 85K. Sorry, my block on the camera. This Ken guy wants 85K, but this person that's just as good as him wants 70K.
No, I hear situations.
It's a no-brainer.
Yeah, it is a no-brainer.
So that's why I don't like not to say that I don't like reaching for the stars with salary, but it's like, you kind of just have to be a bit wise.
You gotta be wise. Yeah, you gotta be reasonable, and you gotta come with facts like research before you. Yeah. Research. Look at the market, see what the trends are, so you can back yourself with evidence. And you don't want to just be like, you can't be interviewing for something at 50 and saying, I want 100 bags. Like, you just can't. Like, they'll just look at you like, why are you here then?
Yeah.
But I don't think there's anything wrong with inflating your salary expectations because at the end of the day, businesses will always want to work to get you down.
Yeah.
Like, it's very rare, and it's only some companies. And I shout out to them companies where they'll go above and beyond to get you just to prove that, we want you.
I love companies.
I love
companies like that.
My current company did when they were trying to get me from Hayes. Like, they were like, oh, you know, what was you on? And I said this one. They said, okay, we might not be able to stretch to what you actually want.
Honest,
but
transparent.
What did you get after this and then bonus?
Yeah.
And I told them, and they were like, okay, we can match your
that.
base at
There
just
you
that
go.
then. And I was like, that was cool. Because even when we're talking about salary, like, the only way I've been able to probably get a little bit more each time is because I've had another offer. So like, for example, I could talk about this, because obviously I've already left both places. But when I stopped being a trainee, what was I on? Like maybe like 35. And then when I was going to Hayes,
You dropping your earnings, yeah?
well, earnings from how many years ago? Don't matter now. Don't matter.
I thought he was going to drop his comment.
No,
Cool down, man.
Hey, man.
no, but like obviously I went from like 35 to, and it was a decent jump. Like I had one offer. Hayes like offered me something like 55 at first.
Yeah.
I was like 55. What the hell is that? Of course, it's a big jump. But then I had like another company, I forgot their name, that was offering me 58.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, these companies offering me 58.
Yeah. And that's all tactics,
You're offering me
man.
55. It's
Yeah.
between the two of you. So Hayes had to go up. So they went up and they went above that. And I was like, I was like, say no more.
It's taxes,
but
like,
it proves that you actually wanted me, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what
And that's
I mean,
what makes you want to work harder.
Yeah, no, I hear it. See, that I've done that before and it works. But in the back of my mind, I'm just kind of scared. Like, what if they're just like, sort of then?
No, but if you're a good candidate, they
if
want
you're-
you,
yeah,
bro.
if they're,
true.
Like, if they're already offering you,
exactly.
they want you, bro.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
if you say your things too high, they'll be like, we can't stretch it out, but we can
What
do
about
this.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And as well, you can you not negotiate other stuff?
Yeah, you can negotiate. Bonuses,
No, I never.
You can.
I'm just salary.
Yeah.
No.
How much
honestly.
are you paying me,
Bro, yeah.
Because apparently you can negotiate annual leave.
Yeah, you can. Yeah,
I
some
didn't know
companies,
that,
it's
you
quite,
know.
It's quite rare.
Yeah.
It's quite rare, but a lot of the time you can.
My company now, when I joined, I was speaking to obviously the black people,
Yeah.
and then they were like,
The ACS.
yeah, the ACS, and like one of them was like, you didn't negotiate annual leave. I said, so they do that here?
It's possible.
They was like, yeah.
It's possible.
I was
Like,
like,
you can
What other stuff can you negotiate then?
bonuses, but I think it depends on the level. When it comes to bonuses, if you're more senior, it's so much more easier.
Yeah.
Sometimes even sign-on bonus, like things like that.
Saddle bonus would be
Yeah.
nice.
Pension, not so much, just because it's company-wide. It's company-wide. Holiday allowance, working hours, flexibility in terms of hybrid
Car
working.
allowance, maybe.
Yeah, sometimes
You know what's
car
funny?
allowance,
My manager, bro, you know, she negotiated that she's not really working in August. So she
is
said
it?
to me when I first joined, she's like, I don't really work in August. It's something like that I do since, you know, because obviously kids and stuff like that. And I was like, wait, you negotiated not really working in August?
Bro.
How the hell can you do that?
I turned down a job for saying the opposite. I turned down a job like before I got this job. So I had 2 offers. I turned down a job for saying that I can't take annual leave during August because it's a busy period.
Dead.
So
is it?
off. I got a kid and I got a wife, bro.
Yeah,
My wife's a
yeah.
teacher. She's off
Yeah,
in August.
yeah,
So I
yeah.
can't work. I can't be my friend.
That won't make
Fuck off.
sense. Yeah, that don't make sense. That don't make sense.
Dead.
That don't make no sense. 'Cause
Dead.
I've had
man.
some businesses where they say similar things to that, like you can't take no annual leave.
In this period,
summer period,
damn.
it's busy, not allowed. And candidates will turn it down because it's like,
Yeah, man.
what happened to
What's
my
that?
family? This
Yeah.
is my annual leave.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like I should take it when I want to.
I heard that.
Yeah.
Question. With someone like me, obviously you're in the careers industry. So
Mm.
I'm a job hopper and I like to leave every year, innit? What's your advice on that?
No commitment.
Hey, gosh.
Like, for example, if I came to you, I was like, yo, can you help me find a job? You look at my CV, every year is a new job. what do you say?
You can still get a job.
100%.
Yeah,
I
you can still get a
be
job.
begging.
Yeah, you still find a job.
Yeah.
I think if you've got good reasons as to why you've moved on,
Yeah.
and it's not just, it's
Nah,
not primarily,
Yeah.
because if it's just money, and when a lot of businesses, like, they just don't like hearing that.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
just
yeah.
don't. It's just a cliche thing. They
Yeah.
just don't like, money's the only, even though they know money is why you're
Yeah,
here,
yeah.
they just don't like hearing it. But I think if you've got a good reason, it's fine. Fine to a degree. But it is a lot easier when you have a bit of stability.
Yeah, but I got a script though, man.
What's
So
your-
in my
what's
job,
your
in my job now, they asked me like, because they were literally like, we want people that are
Stable,
committed to the
committed
company.
to the company. Yeah.
you've left a job every year, so why should we hire you?
Mm.
I drew out my script, bro.
What's your script?
They even if they could have clapped, they would have clapped.
What is your script?
Nah, I'm not saying on here.
That's
For any
right.
for any future employers, then I ain't saying that here. But no, I get it. Like obviously,
Yeah.
I know, but part of my script is obviously the life changes.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the fact that I've got a family to take care of, and some jobs
Yeah.
couldn't give me what I needed
Yeah,
at
that
the time.
flexibility and stuff.
And they
yeah.
agreed to that. But yeah, so you wouldn't recommend job hopping.
Yeah, I think it's difficult. In this day and age, obviously, money is going to be a big factor of why we want to job up. And I think when that is the case, like, you're this young people, sometimes I encourage you, like, look, you're being underpaid, just move.
Yeah.
Like, just move. You can get the same job and get 10K higher. Like,
Yeah.
you don't need to stay and work your...
Bro.
Yeah,
Nah,
you
true
don't
though.
need to stay
Nah,
and work
true.
your butt. And I think sometimes I just look at it like, if the company wanted you to stay, they should be paying you
Yeah.
what the market is paying. Like, do you know what I'm saying? So I think in certain scenarios, I can understand. But same time, I always recommend building a bit of stability. Especially in your early career, you want to kind of show a bit of longevity. It's a lot easier to move around when you're a bit more senior because you can back yourself. You got the experience. Like, do you know what I mean? It's so much easier. Contractors, etc. You know, from that front. But I think, yeah, in your early career, you probably want to build a bit of longevity first. Then you can kind of think about moving about. But yeah.
for someone like for the younger generation listening, like the people that are just finishing uni and people early in their career, I know finding a job is really hard. We've mentioned that. How can you stand out from your CV? What tips can you give someone to say this, and that on your CV? You'll stand out.
Yeah, structure. Structure at the end. Don't put your picture on your CV, please. Like
people still do that.
Yeah, I see people do that, man. There's just no need.
Girls though, right?
Girls and guys,
is
bro.
it?
Yeah, like there's just no need. I think it depends.
For a little pretty privilege.
Nah, I just doing this. There's just no need. There's no
Like,
need.
if I was the hiring manager, I need to see what you look like.
Chill, man.
Damn.
I gotta see what you
damn.
Nah,
But
I'm
in some instances, it does work. Like,
Mhm.
I can't lie.
Yeah, no.
If you know you're it, it's like your picture, man.
And a lot of the time, that's the reason why they're putting the picture on there because they want to show I'm a good-looking person.
Because I can't lie. There's
I
some jobs I've had, when my manager's like, we're interviewing these people. We'll go and find their LinkedIn.
Yeah.
What do they
That's
look
what I mean.
like?
Yeah. A lot of the time, that's probably what pops up. But
Yeah.
I think, there's not really a need for it, in my personal opinion. And then structure, obviously, you want to keep it nice and concise, clean, bullet points, achievements, get all that kind of information on there. You just want to make it really easy to read. Like, too many times I see paragraphs, like, as in, when people go into the responsibilities and explaining what they do within or in their internships or experience that they have built, they're just putting it as a block paragraph. And it's like hiring managers, they're reading through multiple CVs.
Yeah.
If they come across a CV that's just a paragraph, they will chuck it in. Like,
no cap.
And more time, they're not really reading it. Like, I suppose it's too much information to digest.
Yeah.
And bullet points is so much easier to the eye. You can just quickly pick facts and keywords.
Yeah.
And buzzwords is very, very key as well.
Yeah.
Research the company that you're going into and the role that you're going into. Try incorporate your CV to include all the buzzwords.
Yeah.
Because when so many times clients will type literally go on Word, Control F.
Find
and if you type in, okay, let me see this, let me see target, let me see this.
Yeah.
And then the more they can see, it's like, okay, this gives me a reason to read on more.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think, just including as many buzzwords as you can, bullet points, just use a lot of bullet points and just keep it nice and clean and concise. Don't Times New Roman, you don't use that font as well, man. There's nothing. No, but fonts make a difference.
Fonts make a difference.
Don't use Times New Roman.
Yeah.
Like, that's a nice, easy to read font. And man.
How many pages?
I think 1, 2 max.
Yeah, this myth of keeping it to 1, it's not that deep.
You can't keep 1, bro.
Yeah,
I've
had too many jobs.
Nah, it's not
1,
that deep.
2 max. I've always heard 1, 2.
I think 2 is nice. I play some people with 3.
I'm just like 2 and a little bit.
Yeah, I play some 3. Obviously, like the further you go back, they're not really going to read that experience. So is it necessary? Maybe not. You can condense like your previous experience, but I think 1 to 2 pages, like more 2 pages really. But
yeah. Okay. And then when you're like in your role, how would you give advice about networking and climbing the ladder
to candidates that, especially like junior candidates?
Yeah, like junior candidates, even your own story of climbing the ladder.
Even people like me that wants to climb the ladder.
Yeah.
What do you recommend?
I just sometimes I'll even like quick Google. As I'm talking to them, I advise them just try to go to these different spaces, and I'll do a quick Google and I say, look, I just did a quick Google. It's easy to find these things. There's a lot of people, when they hear network events and stuff like that, they think, man, I ain't got this thing right in front of me. I can't find it, etc. And it's like, just put the effort. Go on Google, type this, that for juniors, or this, that, or how to get into the events. You'll find a whole list. Like, do you know what I mean? And just try to sign up. Go on LinkedIn, network with people on there. It is a gold mine. People don't do that. Like, speak to people that's in like-minded careers that you want to go into. Yeah. Just drop them a message. I guarantee you message 10 people, 1 will probably reply.
1 will reply.
Yeah, 1 will reply. The others might air you. It is what it is. But just message them. Just keep it nice and concise. Like, look, I see that you're doing XYZ for a company. I'm keen to work for a business of this nature and get experience like yourself. And people love talking about themselves. That's one thing you'll realize. So when you gas them up, they are more willing to help you. Like, and that's the same with hiring managers. The more you research about them, look at their career, and they're like, wow, I saw you got an amazing career. You obviously worked. Bro, it feeds their brain.
Yeah, that's that's one thing that I do. Whenever I go into interviews, I always Google who's interviewing.
Yeah, they love.
And I always make sure I mention stuff that they've done.
Exactly, they love talking about it.
Even obviously a bit intrusive, but even finding like social media and that.
Yeah.
This person, they've done a run, like a marathon, talk about that. It
Yeah, I
helps.
think that one's him.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might not want to
Baby reindeer.
So it's like Insta DM in there.
Bro.
I want this job bad.
Kill me.
I want this job bad.
Hey.
No. I would say, LinkedIn is social media, man. It's for work. Like,
Yeah.
most of the message you get on LinkedIn is for work purposes. So
I think my last couple of jobs have all been from LinkedIn.
yeah, LinkedIn's
And when I worked at a company called Knight Frank, it came from like a chat,
yeah,
like literally a chat with the recruiter.
yeah, exactly.
And I was like, yeah, I'd love to talk about this job.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
then boom,
That's it.
that's it.
Literally, LinkedIn. If you know how to use LinkedIn correctly,
Mm.
yeah, you're clear, man.
Yeah,
like it's a
I
gold,
had to
man.
delete LinkedIn, man.
Is it?
Yeah, I deleted it still.
Why?
Too tempted by jobs.
Yeah, man.
I hear it, man.
I deleted it because I don't want to see nothing.
I hear it.
You don't out of bad. You don't just follow your ex on
No,
Instagram
no,
or
I
something.
hear you.
You don't want to message her again.
Hey. No, I was screaming.
This guy.
But yeah, where can people find you? Or would you offer to help people? So if anyone listening to this was to reach out to you,
Yeah, man.
would you?
LinkedIn. Like,
Yeah.
Feel free to reach out to me on LinkedIn,
Yeah.
David Shogolola.
Mhm.
You see my credentials. You see
Jeez, come on.
my recommendations.
Yeah.
Just click recommend.
Wait, let me feel a recommendation.
Bro,
please.
look at my
I've
recommendations,
never
man.
actually seen that, you know?
man. Search my
Hey,
name
you know
on.
what?
Search my name on Robert. Oh, there, man.
Yeah.
But search my company. Well, when you see my name, you'll see my company. But search that, then Google,
Yeah.
and you just see
You
my
know,
name
I
come up
find
there.
it so funny.
Wow, you got 14
Yeah,
recommendations.
man.
That's
And
lit
the thing
stuff.
is, like, there's some that I just remove because they're old and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, people just write about me and how I
do
help
it.
them.
Wait, can I read one?
Yeah, go on.
Alright, cool.
Wait.
Wait.
kind of?
No, it's not bad. David, a name which should be remembered and recommended.
Mm-hmm.
I've had many good recruiters in the past which
Yeah.
have been good, but only good to a point where the benefit stops. David, on the other hand, held my hand every step of the way, listened to my
physically,
wants and
but-
needs. Yeah, not physically. Listened to my wants and needs, only sent me relevant job specs, didn't push me out of my comfort zone, and took time to prep me for my interviews and ask the questions. I've known David for around 3 years now, and even though I secured a role, I still stay in contact with him. He's always a good connect. I have recommended him to my family, friends, and even strangers who I know want to find a role best for them.
Yeah,
Praise
man.
to you, David, for being one of the recruiters I have never forgotten to date. Very grateful to have met you in person, but also to find someone who cares about my interests and well-being. Wow! That is a shining
bro.
recommendation.
Shining.
That
Damn.
is shining.
I didn't even think I read it to that extent. You know?
Shining. That is shining.
But bro, man, I think it's just above and beyond, man.
Yeah, I
It's
heard
help
that.
people.
You know what I find so funny? Like, is seeing your friends on LinkedIn.
Yeah,
I think it's so
yeah.
funny because I'm like, y'all niggas are something, huh?
I sound like jokes. And when I see like one of the random get a new job and stuff, I want to comment like,
Yeah, come on, man. Yeah, I feel like congratulations on the new role, David.
Hey, congratulations. When I first met you, I saw someone around. I was thinking, hey, gas me up.
bro, I
man.
wanted to.
I was like,
yeah,
congratulations, Tonye.
you have
And then I'd be like, thank you, David. Thank you, Kennedy.
I wanted to.
You have to do
scream.
government for
I
that.
was like, man, bro, that was so
Even saying congratulations, my bro. It was
Bro,
a bit
no.
too like, eesh.
Honestly, for your colleagues, see, you don't talk like this in your business.
Yeah, bro, because people see those things, you know.
Yeah, that's
You get
true.
notifications, David commented on this. And you're
Oh,
Yeah.
thinking of that, speaking of that, yeah. Obviously, off topic, but do you man have like colleagues on like
Social media.
social media?
I have some of my old, like,
Yeah,
no, I have,
I got
obviously, if
colleagues
you're
on.
like young and we're cool and we
Yeah,
talk, then
yeah.
yeah, I have you on, but other
I
than
have
that.
one, yeah, and she pissed me off still.
Wait, what?
So obviously, on my jobs, I don't really myself.
Yeah.
innit?
Mhm.
And then I had my colleague, yeah, and then, like, we was at Yemi's wedding.
Mm.
Obviously, we're having a blast, having a good time. Then she was showing all my team. My man just, oh, look at Ken at this.
Oh, no.
I go through that on a
nigga.
I hate
regular.
those people.
Yeah, I go through that on a regular because in my line of work, obviously, it's very social. Like,
Yeah.
you build when you've got a good team around you, and obviously the company's quite young. There's a lot of like-minded people and like-aged people as well.
Yeah.
And it's so easy to just find each other on socials, want to be friends and stuff like that. And don't get me wrong, I built great friends at my company.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, there's times where they'll just message like on group chat like, Did you see what David did?
That is so- That's how
bad.
bro, you know one person like back in the day, bro, they done that to me. I had to mute them from my story.
it?
Yeah, I had to soft block them.
Nah.
I was like, you're a chatty patty,
You know
bro.
what it is?
Yeah,
Nah,
yeah,
it is,
What if I call in sick one day and I'm playing PlayStation?
That's another reason why I don't. But I don't really post anyway.
Yeah.
So it's calm.
Yeah.
But I do encourage though. Like I think us black men going into these offices and doing the whole stush thing.
Yeah,
It's not cool, man.
It doesn't make sense.
You're not cool.
It don't make sense.
You're not cool. Work drinks are not going.
Bro,
I'm not
it
going.
does
I'm not going.
No, it don't make
Christmas
sense.
party, you're not going. It's not
does
cool.
make sense. And I think, you don't have to go to every work drink. You don't
Yeah,
have
man.
to get drunk and start doing, bro, you don't have to do that. Like,
Yeah.
I remember a lot of the time when I go to work drinks and there's sometimes where, you have fun, it's fun, it's a vibe. Like,
There was one day I had best time.
but it's a vibe.
Yeah, it's a
like
vibe.
you just want to join them, have a bit of fun. But there's times where you're just not feeling it, but you're just there to show face because if you don't, you always then you get that label like, David don't do that. He's not gonna come with us. There's no point in us. And that creeps up. Management starts saying that. And when managers start saying that,
He's not
it's not
sociable.
good.
He's
Yeah,
not
it's
this.
not
Yeah,
good.
man.
I can't lie.
It's not good.
I think obviously I've said this before, but the job where I was at night, Frank, I was actually a fool for leaving. Because there was a time when I went to work drinks. My manager was actually giving me the game, giving me advice, everything.
Bro.
It's like, do this, do that, but here with pints in our hand.
Yeah.
I'm like, if I didn't do this with you,
a lot of the
we
time
may not
will-
have had this conversation.
Yeah. And a lot of the time, like the people that you thought, and when you're in the office, you're walking through, you see managing director, you see this person, you're thinking, I can't talk to them. Like, it's kind of scary. And that drinks.
Go work drinks with them.
That drinks. Hey, how are you?
Yeah.
Great opportunity to quickly ask a question. Do this, do that. Like, do you know what I'm saying? So you can. It benefits you.
Yeah,
Showing
100%.
face, especially in the corporate career, it benefits you massively. It does.
Because like you said, you don't just want to be that black guy because you stand out. So
Yeah,
imagine if you're a
man.
black guy and you're anti at the same
you're
time.
anti, you will stand
That's
out. You stick out like a sore
Yeah.
thumb.
Yeah,
Like,
man.
You literally will,
No one wants to chat to you at lunchtime.
bro. And in your one-to-ones, they will tell you. They'll be like,
Yeah,
we noticed that you're not really like
Yeah,
gelling
yeah.
with the company. Is it
Yeah,
something
yeah.
you want to discuss? And
Yeah.
you're thinking,
Because that even kind of happened to me. There was a job that I had, where team meetings,
Yeah.
it's like an opportunity for everyone to brag about their
Mm.
week.
Mhm.
And I'm someone that's like, I'm not coming to
you're
show
not coming
off.
to bait-
Yeah.
bait,
If I don't have nothing to talk about, I'll say, this is what I done. That's it.
Yeah.
Like I'm doing this
Yeah.
for next week. Someone will come list of
Everything.
shit, and then they say that
People do
some
that
like
mile, like-
The manager was like, like look at your our colleagues, like they
Mm.
have so much to talk about. You just come and say one or two things. But I'm like, that's all I have to talk about. Not to say that I'm not doing anything, but I don't have nothing to talk about. And he was like, sometimes you just have to force it.
Yeah.
He was like, just show off. He was just like, sometimes you just have to show
Yeah,
off.
we have something similar to that. Like every Thursday, and it's nice. It's nice to get together. We put on a couple drinks,
Mhm.
and then everyone's vibes in from the aspects. We put on a couple drinks, etc. And I feel like when that happens, every team goes around in a circle and they all discuss like your win of the week or your success of the week and stuff like that. And you just hear some of the stories and the way you can tell every team is just trying to gas it because they're all forcing it.
Yeah.
I mean, they're like, so this person, when you talk slowly, it adds suspense.
Yeah.
But it's such a simple.
Bro.
Yeah, so you just have to come something, and I have to do it for my team.
Yeah.
So I quickly like business as usual, but obviously I'll star man, close,
Yeah.
like, and I just
you
I
just
just
have to
like,
gas
even
it.
though it's basic,
Yeah.
I just gas it up a
Yeah.
bit, but it's just to get involved,
Yeah.
do your part, and that's it.
That's it, man.
Bro,
Nah,
that's it.
Yeah.
appreciate you, bro. Thank you very much
I
for
enjoyed
coming
this.
on.
Thank you so
Big
much,
Shogs.
man, bro.
All good,
Get
man.
me.
man.
But yeah, just for a go, I just wanted to big up. There's a listener called Michelle. When I was at London Bridge the other day, she just randomly came up and said, I listen to the pod. I really like it. And
Love that.
I-
Love
I-
that.
honestly,
love that.
you know when some people do stuff like that, it makes me so happy,
It's
bro.
motivation as well.
And it's
yeah.
and it's very
I
much
love that.
motivational. And even then, it also helps me like get out of my shell
Yeah.
because it's like, if you can come up to me to say that, why can't I go to someone else to say something?
Facts,
You know what I mean? So no, big her up. She said she's engaged. So
Come on, man.
I hope the wedding
Big up
planning process
Michelle.
is going well and congratulations
Oh, is
on
it?
your
She's getting
engagement.
married? Wow.
Yeah.
That's
Big up
amazing.
Shout out
man.
Michelle.
Amazing, it's amazing.
And yeah, for all the other listeners, if you ever have stuff you want us to talk about or anything like that, just give us a shout on the IG or wherever, Sha. You know where we are. Like, share, comment, subscribe, tell
All
a
of
friend to
that.
tell a friend.
Come on, man.
And yeah, man, we'll catch you guys next
where
week.
can they find you quickly? Before we...
Like I said, LinkedIn, shout me on LinkedIn,
Yeah.
message me on LinkedIn, David Shogolola.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I'll be glad to help.
We'll add it in the bio.
Yeah, and we'll tag him as well. So, you know, second pod appearance.
Come on, man.
Get me. Big up Shogs,
Big
yeah.
up my guy,
Come on,
another
man.
week.
Next
Come
week.
on.
Peace out.
Let's go.